Okay. You done with your nervous wee there, Reuben? Rubes? Hey, yeah. Hey Reuben! Woo!
Plenty of seats down by the drums.
Yeah, putting the seats down here. Just before I forget, phones on silent if you would. There's some quiet stuff, and there's some loud stuff, and there's some David Sidwell solos. So, just a quick background of the project and what we're doing and why we did it. It's a vanity project, pure and simple. We wanted to get together with a bunch of musicians that, through various contacts, we know and respect and enjoy spending time with.
They won't be here tonight.
Apart from David Sidwell, who we just sort of felt sorry for, so we thought we'll include him, otherwise he might just get a bit upset, and there goes your pay rise. So what we thought about is, this is not an original idea. This was first done by the Brisbane band Regurgitator in 2004 in Melbourne. The difference between them and us is that they had the backing of Warner Brothers Records, and they literally locked themselves in a purpose-built bubble in Federation Square in the centre of Melbourne with a film crew and a producer, and made an album. They slept there, they ate there, and it was quite a fascinating experience, which certainly captured my attention because I was living in Melbourne at the time. I thought it'd be cool to do something that's perhaps not as extreme, because all of us have like normal lives and we're not fully professional musicians like them. And we thought, well, let's come to the wharenui. Chose the wharenui because it's central to the campus. It has lots of windows and glass, so people could come through, and it would be that bubble kind of thing. They could look in and do things. Look in and do things? Look in and watch us do things, I think is what I meant to say there. We've been live streaming the whole thing over the 4 days, 360, there's a little 360 camera just up here, which is, did you get that bit going again, Paul?
Yep, going.
No. Paul Nelson, thank you very much for helping us with that. So we've been streaming that to YouTube. We had 106 views. Paul Nelson. Yes. We had 106 views on day 1, 56 views on day 2, 58 views on day 3. I haven't looked at today's figures, but we're obviously breaking it down, man, big time. I'm not going to crap on for too much longer, but basically, how did we do it and how did it work? The idea was that we would record as many songs as we could. Pop songs, we're not going for sort of ambient, weird, improvised stuff. We're actually trying to write structured pop songs with lyrics and arrangements and structures, and we started some days from scratch, completely from scratch, coming up with ideas and lyrical suggestions, which we all worked on together actually and kind of workshopped it, and figured out musical arrangements. It was really fun actually, and a really cool experience for all of us, and all of us are reasonably experienced musicians, but we've never done anything like this, and it's been really cool. A whole new experience for Dan Reese. Big round of applause for this cat, who's had to kind of sit here for many hours while we sort of argued about C minors and C majors and C sevenths and C 11s, and David Sidwell going, well, you could play a D7 there, you know. So he's had to sit through a lot of those things, or E9. Well, John would always say he would play an E9. So I'll just quickly end that stuff. We're going to play through. Okay, we're going to play through the songs we wrote. They're written on the board just above Dan's mum's head there. And I can't even see them anymore now, but we're going to start off with Maggie May, which is not an original song. Can someone win a wheel of camembert if they can tell me who? Not you. I know you know. Okay. It's blown it. Rod Stewart. It's a Rod Stewart song. But you're not going to get the wheel of cheese because you were here when we played it the other day. So thank you for coming, Jade, to that. We started off playing that song, a cover version, so we could do many things. Just kind of figure out what we were doing as a band. Try and get Jeremy to stop laughing and ridiculing everybody. And for Dan to do line checks and all that sort of stuff. So we've ended up thinking, well, let's chuck it in the set because we kind of had fun playing it. And I'm going to introduce the band. Starting way over there, John Guinness via Otago, originally from California. John tonight will be playing pedal steel, Weissenborn guitar, acoustic guitar, and electric guitar. And musical saw. Sorry, yes, and musical saw. And right next to him, Brooke Baker. All the way from Sydney Road, Hamilton. Brooke's going to be playing ukulele and singing. She was playing a bit of guitar. We all bought heaps of instruments, but I ended up bringing a whole lot of stuff, and I'm pretty much just playing bass. So we just kept it open. So yeah, strip it back. Next to Brooke, Nick Bray. Nick will be playing analog synthesizer, digital synthesizer. That's kind of it, eh? Organs, eh? Organs and singing, backing vocals and some lead vocals. Next to Nick, Jeremy Mayo. He will be playing electro key, organ and stuff. Next to Jeremy.
Harmonica.
Oh, and tambourine and harmonica, yes, sorry, or harp, sorry.
Yeah.
David Sidwell. He'll be playing piano, and are you doing some clav?
Yeah, a bit of all that.
Bit of all that
But
stuff.
I don't move.
He doesn't move. But watch his fingers, man. It's like we've nicknamed him Snake Finger because he's playing so fast you can't see what's going on.
Just with the one.
Just with to my right,
Takes the drummer.
Megan Rogerson Berry, guitar, baritone, ukulele. That's it.
Larissa.
Yeah, lyricist. Yeah. Chief lyricist in the first 2 days, but both her and I have been suffering from colds and sort of been in and out and trying to get stuff done. And last but not least, Groovin' Badly. Oh, that's really hard to say, eh? Reuben Bradley. Originally from Wellington via the Gold Coast to the GC. So we're going to get straight into it now, and we're going to start off with, thank God I'm not singing because I'm losing my voice, but we're going to start off with Maggie May, the Rod Stewart cover.
Who's excited?
All right.
Yeah?
Yep.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I know I keep
very much. All right. I don't even need the microphone, really, do I? But, Dan, you might be able to. Thank you very much. So the next song we're going to do is a song called Whiskey. Most of the songs have whiskey in the words. Don't know how that happened, but this is the first song we wrote on the first day, which was Monday. Was it Monday?
It's Monday, yeah.
Yeah, God, it seems like a long time ago. So this one we started workshopping over morning tea, writing lyrics on the wall in the wharekai next door, and then came in here and then decided we'd come up with some music for it. So let me just find my music and then we can get started. Otherwise I won't remember. There it is, whiskey. Right, what key is this one in?
How did it even go?
Yeah.
East thing.
Give me a low E, someone.
Kid dropped his bass.
Again.
It's never been the same.
Onto the floor, yeah, and it bounced.
We could have written a whole suite about that. Never the same. Judy's a pain.
Get it, you babe.
I think you need a bit more whiskey.
Oh.
Not again.
Top tour in. A lot of work. Right.
Okay. And
He slams the door. She doesn't leave her room, 'cause daddy's got a date to keep. No lipstick, no perfume, 'cause all his best friends come in bottles. Yeah, they have been, forget the day. And as the world around them topples, instead of calling your name, he goes whiskey, 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 whiskey. Whiskey, whiskey,
So that's a track from our second album, Drinking Songs for People from Huntley. The gateway to Auckland. Right, what's next? Putting out... Oh, now, this has got an interesting story, this one. Putting out fires. This is a lyric that was actually suggested by our esteemed leader, David Sidwell.
He didn't know he was suggesting a lyric at the time.
He didn't know he was suggesting it, but everything he said, we took it and ran with it, including the ribald jokes he was making as well, which, by the way, are all on YouTube, so we can check those out. You can revisit them over and over again. So, putting out fires. Do I play bass on this? I do, don't I? Okay, cool. That's good to know. All right, so... What are the lyrics about on this one, Meg? You sort of put them together with Brooke, didn't you? And
I think we might leave that to your imagination.
okay, leave it to your imagination. So
Maybe.
Don't give away the secret.
yeah, I suppose let the music do the
Our
talking.
characters
eh?
are connected
Yeah.
throughout the songs. Yeah, so you might recognise some characters in this song that were in the previous song.
I've forgotten too, David.
Starts on the D. Go on. Like that. Yeah? Like that?
Yeah, like that.
Do it.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like pick a man's kid. He got cash in his pocket and a whole lot of love to give. But he's smoother than a pickup truck. And when it comes to the ladies, he ain't got much luck.
Alrighty. Yeah. Well, that's pretty happening thing, isn't it? Far out. Sorry about my terrible mistake there, playing a D when I should have been playing an A. Just go. The first mistake I've made all year, actually. So where are we going now? I'm going to go play guitar, am I? Alright, cool. So this next track is called Not the Same.
Not the same.
And it's not the same as it was when we first recorded it. This one has lyrics written by Megan Rogerson-Berry, Alex Rogerson-Berry, and Jade Patera, who's actually here today. Wave, Jade. Patida, sorry, Patida.
She doesn't need to wave anymore.
That's for the camembert.
Oh yeah, you can have the camembert now, alright. Only if you can spell my surname correctly. Surname.
That's Mr. to you. Yeah. We in the zone?
Yeah.
One. You in the zone?
Do it. Almost.
Audience?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
3, 4.
anthem, isn't it?
Let's call Disney.
That'll be on our that'll be tucked in next to our Coldplay covers album. We're trying to get Bono to come and guest vocal for us. The next track we wrote last night, Don't Go Far Off. After dinner. Funny, eh? Yeah. Now, Brooke, I think it's better if you tell this story.
Well, I was Pablo Escobar, right? Apparently. Oh, there was this guy whose first name was Pablo, and everyone was like, "Look him up. The ladies love him." So I googled Neruda, not Escobar, and we found some words, and they were really nice. And then I took them and I sang them when these guys were playing, and it's a nice song. So that's what this is.
This features his musical Saw by John, so look that way.
This guy.
This isn't a song.
One, two. Oh, sorry, Matt. You ready?
Yeah, I think. You
Ready, John?
We're already.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, is it the mic? Is it?
No, it's just the bass drum.
Oh, is that what's doing the ringing?
Yeah, it's doing the feedback.
Just a technical thing there, folks. Alright, so this one here. This is the last one we're going to do tonight. Unless there's a, well, there's, it's still written on the board, eh?
Are we going to play with another one?
No one wants to play it, but we'll see. But this is the last official song, let's put it that way. It's called Been Around. And this is kind of, yeah, we decided we'd do this one last because this is like the rockiest kind of thing. So let's just get into it.
Anyone playing tambourine in this? Wicked.
Oh, yep, alright. Get yourself a pick there, Fizz.
Cool, of course you can.
John again is on saw.
Yes!
How are we feeling?
So don't forget that first bit there. It's 2 times 3, yeah?
Okay.
Are you telling yourself or us? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Rolling down Collingwood Street. Cold July rain soaked feet. I know every crack in the pavement.
Ruben yells out bridge when they're halfway through a chorus. And typical drummer.
It's the
Typical
form,
drummer.
mate. The form.
Oh, I wasn't. I was playing the chorus, so stuff is all.
Funk
Anyway,
jam.
that's
Funk jam.
it.
Funk jam.
Funk jam.
Funk jam.
Yeah.
Funk jam.
David said if he doesn't play, he'll dance.
Oh, come on,
Spark
that was the
director's
best
just
part last
arrived and
night.
she wants to hear some music. I think we probably need to, do the right thing.
No pressure.
You want to give it a try? Can we
Wait,
read
do we
it?
want this to happen again or not?
What? Oh yeah, good point.
What was your favourite song?
Whiskey!
Okay.
Okay.
Oh shit, give me a second. You don't have to change the instrument. Shit.
Where's my music?
He slams the door. She doesn't leave her room, 'cause daddy's got a date to keep. No lipstick, no perfume, 'cause all his best friends
That's it.
I don't know my fingers.
We were, yeah. Nah, man. I can't keep my instrument in tune.
I broke a nail.
Oh, David's broken a nail.
And bloody.
But we got chatting last night. People were a bit tired. We'd had a pizza, really expensive pizza from hell.
There was no corn.
And there was no corn, even though we asked for corn. But the wedges were nice.
They were lovely.
The wedges were lovely.
Cajun.
And we got to talking and we were like, should we do this again? What do you guys think?
Yes, definitely.
Speak
Not
to-
tonight, though.
Not tonight, no, but maybe, I don't know, we'll have to speak to the Spark director about this, but, you know, perhaps it could be a yearly event, perhaps, or something, you know, different guests, because Ruben was frankly really difficult to work with.
I didn't like any of my lyrics.
Yeah.
You should give them a rendition of your.
Yeah, there was some, yeah.
Very above.
But it was really enjoyable process. Yes, it seems like a vanity project for tutors and stuff, but it would be great if we could get students involved in this in future years, or even organise one themselves. They could book a space, Wintec, and, you know, do what we've done here and pretty much live in it for 4 days and make music and stuff. I'd have to say, for me as a composer of mostly instrumental music, it's really fun to sort of get out of my comfort zone and write pop songs with these guys and think about lyrics and the rhythm of words and meaning and all that sort of stuff. I usually just think about, how does that guitar sound, you know, that sort of thing. So, and I'm sure everyone's kind of learned something new about that process, so that's been really cool. And thank you guys for coming. We really appreciate having an audience. It makes it kind of a bit more kind of worthwhile for us. And I'd like to thank all the wonderful musicians that gave up their time and joined us. John drove from Dunedin with a car full of instruments. Ruben flew from the Gold Coast and they wouldn't let him on the plane with his snare drum because it was too heavy apparently, or the wrong size or something. So, but thanks for coming, Ruben. We really appreciate it. Brooke, even though you only came from just down the road, you had a really important role in what we did here. So thank you very much, Brooke. I'm not going to thank my colleagues because I'll do that. Oh, thanks, Jeremy. Thanks, Nikki B. Thanks, David. Thanks, Bez. But Dan, thanks, Dan, very much. Huh? And a what?
It's going to be available.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much. Where would I be without you guys? The idea initially is that we would force Dan to stay up till 4 o'clock each morning and mix each track so we put up online each day. Didn't quite turn out that way, but that's one of those things that happens. But very shortly, the recording we'll put out on our label that Megan and I have started here at Wintec called 333, and it'll be available as a free download. So people can just have these songs forever. And it's cool, you know, because it's like the things are written, you know, like being really truly faithful to the time and space they were made, and it's done, and we move on and we'll do something else next time, and we may not ever revisit these songs again. But we are going to get them transcribed and made into, what do we call them? Lead sheets and scores, and so for future songbooks for our students to learn, perhaps, and they could even come and hang out with us and meet the band and find out how it was all done and all that kind of thing, and we can share drugs and shit like that. You know? Oh, did I say that out loud? No. Brad, thank you, Brad, for helping with all of the myriad amounts of cables and speakers and things that are always plugged in and stuff, and snare drums and that sort of thing. So, hey, what? And
Testing all the rig and making sure everything works beforehand.
yeah, he puts a lot of time in where it's not seen. So thank you, Brad, for your help with us behind the scenes. That's really cool. And thank you, Paul Nelson, for helping us with the 360 live stream, which is currently on now as well. So you're all on YouTube right now. Hopefully we've got your consent.
And then shut off that stream.
Yeah, let's have a drink. See ya.
Yeah.
I thought you were hey?
I'm bleeding. I caught a symbol with my thumb. Doesn't matter.
When you were yelling out bass drum, I thought you were yelling out bass drum.
No.
Oh, was it? I was tweaking and stuff.
That's what was